Show me the goods. Today I'm going to be talking about the Vivitar 650 to 1300 millimeter f8 to 16 series 1 telephoto zoom lens, and I bought this in Amazon for $199.99. I'm going to just give you a closer look at this lens. Now, this lens is not the most easiest lens to work with, but you get depth, you get like distance to this thing. You can have the far distance to close distance converge, and it'll be a lot closer. And I've shot this in ways where I was able to capture the snow caps of the hills and have the palm trees of Los Angeles close to each other. So that's what I mean. Look at this beauty. It's pure metal. It's heavy, very, very heavy. Like I said, it's not the easiest lens to use, but you know, for the price, it's not bad at all. You can get some interesting shots. It's not the sharpest. I do find it at times it's a bit dusty, so you make sure you get your blower and you clean the lenses out. So this thing tends to collect a lot of dust. I don't know if there's dust in the barrel, but sometimes I'm seeing some specks in there. Maybe it's my camera. But I felt like whenever I use this lens, I come across a few more dust specks than normal. But when I bought this, I had to get the adapter for it. This came with it, which is the Vivitar T-mount for Canon. So originally I bought this for my Canon DSLR. So this needed to have an EF mount. So I put that in there. Then I upgraded my camera to Sony mirrorless, so I needed to get an additional adapter, which is the E-mount. So this is separate right here. So I bought this E-mount as well, and this is by Photodiox Pro, and it does the job. But what I would strongly suggest is whenever you're using this camera, you have to do either one. When you have the body here, always support the lens with one hand, and then you're holding the camera in the other. Because if you let the lens and the body just sit on most of the weight in the body, this thing is going to snap off. Or if you have the weight here, perhaps if the body's heavy, that might snap off here. So some way, somehow, you either hold it or you have a lens support that you can mount underneath through a system with your camera body that runs through this, and it will support the base of this lens. Like I said, it's very heavy, and me just holding it like this, I will get tired eventually. So when I'm like out in the field during the daytime, and you know, you get nice, you get beautiful light out there in daylight, you know, you'll get proper exposure at times. It gets heavy holding it like this. So at nighttime, hand holding this thing, forget about it. You're gonna definitely need a tripod that's very sturdy. You don't want a tripod that's, you know, kind of wiggly or anything like that, because you're not gonna get sharp images. You want a heavy duty tripod to complement this lens in order to stabilize it, because a long lens like this, a slight shake will give you blur. So yes, daytime is ideal to use this thing if you just want something quick that's you know, with good lighting. So let's go in details a little bit here. Here, this ring allows you to swivel this input right here, so you can lock it in place. Whenever you want to extend it to the distance, you just do like that, and then turn to lock. There you go, it locks it in place. To unlock, you just turn it back and put it back in. This is the focus. Another thing you might want to consider is actually having a bigger monitor. If you're using the little screen in the back of your mirrorless or something like that, it's really hard to see focus. So I use a 7-inch monitor just so I can see my focus. You know, there is a focus assist in the cameras, but it's so hard to see, and especially if you're trying to get details on, you know, what you're trying to shoot for sharpness. If you're shooting a mid-ground focus, you definitely need to see something with a bigger monitor. I wouldn't trust your eye, because some of the results I've come across with weren't sharp because I was using that little monitor in the back of my camera. Even if you stop down to f16 like that, it still doesn't come out as sharp. So there are some interesting pictures that I've captured with it, but it took some time and practice. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this lens. Just want to give you an idea the design of this thing, and it's a decent lens for what I bought for. I don't use it on a daily basis, but if I have certain projects that I need a distance type of content, I certainly have used this before, where I don't intrude on people's spaces or whatnot. And I've done street photography, and I can take it from a distance. Not the best quality photos. I'm going to tell you that again. Not the best quality, but if you can live with some of the imperfections in it, definitely it's a decent lens. Anyways, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions down below, if you do decide to buy this lens, there is a link down below. I'd appreciate it if you guys buy it through that link. That would give me a small kickback for doing these kinds of videos, just to help me back as far as my YouTube channel. All right, any questions down below? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.